welcome to the July edition of Cornerstone Presents. Hi, I'm Richard Montes and welcome to Nairobi, Kenya. I just arrived here a few days ago, and even though it was hot and humid in Lagos, Nigeria, here in Nairobi it's a little bit chilly. That's why I'm wearing a jacket. But I want to show you all that the Lord was doing in Lagos, Nigeria for the month of June. Here's a short report. I left scenic Croatia and landed in Lagos, Nigeria. I have to admit that I wasn't prepared for the difference in the lifestyles between Europe and Nigeria. The streets are packed with people. There are approximately 25 million people who live in Lagos, making it one of the most densely packed cities in the world. I was hosted by Pastor Wole Oladiun, the pastor of CLAM, which stands for Christ Living Springs Apostolic Ministry. Wow, can these people pray and worship? I was so invigorated being with them. I addressed them the first Sunday, and then we had auditions to start choosing the actors. I was impressed with the high caliber of actors that we had in Nigeria, so I had a hard time choosing which ones would make up the cast. Still, we had a great group of actors, and we started working on rehearsals. The actors were quick to pick up my direction. We continued to travel on the streets to rehearsals. I was allowed to preach in the service, so I did it in my buba shokoto. You can see I'm not the only one wearing one. The people are so excited about church that, well, you can see for yourself. Thousands are gathered around the outside of the building enjoying the service. We had searched for a hall, and the only one possible was the church building. The people were eager to help and signed up to work backstage. Aside from rehearsals, which were going well, there were more church services. There's little else to do, so people are committed to their churches. We started making all the decorations for the production, and the buildings were busy working on the stage we would erect. Promotions were late in coming, but we pushed forward. We continued to hit the streets for material, paint, and other supplies for the show. Meanwhile, the workers finished the stage just 2 days before the show. This would be tight. The stage went up, but on the day before. Rehearsals continued, although we were getting further behind with the sets. By day, I pushed them to build the sets as time was running out, and by night, we were in rehearsal. Church services continued, and we encouraged the people to bring their loved ones. It was the night before the show, and we finally got to work on the stage. Frightening. Finally, we were learning last-minute directions like the curtain call, and we let the workers go through the night to build. Finally, the day of the show, we're rehearsing feverishly, trying to get everything done. Strangely, I had a peace about the production. It looked impossible, but I know our God. Finally, we prayed and the show opened, and the audience was shocked. They clapped when the curtain first opened. Actors were amazing, and the audience just loved them. We continued with several nights of performances, and the audience kept growing each night. We announced a fourth night, and the actors were all too happy to continue to perform. We did our last night of performances, and the crowd was to overflowing. Over the 4 nights, we saw over 1,000 people respond to the altar call. We give God all the glory. We took cast and crew pictures. I'm so grateful to my dear assistant, Segun Okwande, for all his help. Also to Pastors Wole and Bukola Oladiun, but most of all to my dear friend from my home church in Dallas, Emmanuel Ojo, for inviting me and making this production possible. I hugged all my new friends goodbye, and I flew on to Nairobi, Kenya to begin a new work. Well, as you can see, we had an amazing time in Nigeria. You know, for the people in the West, Nigeria is a hard country to get accustomed to, but the people are precious, and I loved my time there. Well, now I want you to pray for us as we begin a new production of The Judgment Seat here in Nairobi, Kenya at the National Theater. Well, for more information, you can log on to www.cornerstonearts.com. But for now, please keep us in prayer as we begin this wonderful production and outreach to reach everyone here in Kenya. For Cornerstone Presents, I'm Richard Montes.